In The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, the Kingdom of Hyrule is completely destroyed. Well, for the most part. This makes it extremely hard for us to find the exact locations of places from the past that were sadly destroyed during Calamity Ganon's attack on the kingdom. Not only can we not see the kingdom in its full glory, but we can't quite figure out where Link is originally from in Breath of the Wild. Now, I did some research and found out that there isn't that many theories on this topic. From the few I managed to find and checked out, I gathered that nobody has really came to a definitive answer on where Link once lived. Some people have narrowed it down to areas or a few options, but no definitive answer. So, my goal in this video is to discover the true location of where Link's home in Breath of the Wild once was. There has been a few different locations that some people believe Link may have once lived at. These being the house in Hylian village, somewhere in Castletown, the ranch ruins, and Zoro's domain. Well, like I said in the intro, from the currently existing theories I could find, nobody really came to a definitive answer on where Link once lived in Breath of the Wild, and also lacked much evidence to back their theory. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to look into some of the theorized locations and basically prove why I believe those locations are wrong. And of course prove why I believe one specific location is the place Link once lived in Breath of the Wild. Let's begin with the ranch ruins. Well, I think this one just isn't the case at all. If anything, it was probably just a farmer and their family that lived here. There isn't really any evidence or signs within the game to support Link ever living here. I suppose it would be pretty cool for an Ocarina of Time fan, as the ranch ruins are indeed a hint towards Lon Lon Ranch from Ocarina of Time. But as for Link ever actually living at the ranch in Breath of the Wild, there just isn't any evidence to support it. It's simply just a ranch. Next up, we look to Zoro's domain and the surrounding area. Now, there is a small reason for some fans to believe that this could be where Link once lived, as Link and Mipha were really good friends, and Link used to visit her quite often, but that's exactly it. He visited her. If you go read Mipha's diary, she even wrote it down herself, that Link visited, implying he didn't stay in the domain itself. Now, I can't see him living nearby the domain either, as the pathway up to the domain and out of the domain has a lot of steep rocky areas and pathways that are prone to rainfall next to a very fast flowing river. I very much doubt any houses or settlements were ever built or able to be built around the domain on the steep rocky surroundings. It just isn't practical, so that clears up Zoro's domain. Next up, I want to talk about the house in Hylian village. A popular theory towards why this might be where Link once lived is, if you choose to purchase the house in the game, it's stated before you make the purchase that the house has been around for 100 years, exactly the same amount of time that Link has been in the Shrine of Resurrection. So it's believed that because Link was such an important asset to the Kingdom of Hyrule, the reason they never demolished the house up until we come across it is because 1, it belonged to Link, and 2, he would be returning someday. Alright, so that sounds a little convincing and all, but there is one issue with that theory that I see. If they really wanted to keep Link's house for him, or even just keep the house standing, because such an important person to the kingdom once lived there, then they wouldn't have let it get into the condition that we find it in, and then have the nerve to charge Link a large sum of rupees for what is supposedly his own home from many years ago. That doesn't quite add up. If it truly was his home 100 years ago, everyone in the area would know about something like that, and a construction team definitely wouldn't be planning to demolish it after just 100 years. I think the fact that there was plans set to demolish the building proves that it probably wasn't Link's home. The champions are known by the people of Hyrule pretty well, and lots of people in the game still recognize Link even after the attack. So it's not like the people of Hiteno wouldn't have known Link if he did actually live there. I mean, is that really the way to treat one of the champions who protected your land? They didn't really do the greatest job, but you know, they still protected your land. Either way, that's not really the way you would treat one of your champions. Now we are left with one more option. Castletown. Now yes, some people have theorized that Link lived in Castletown. However, that was more or less guessing or assuming. There wasn't really anything to back up why they think Castletown. Now, if you couldn't tell already, I do indeed believe Link lived in Castletown in Breath of the Wild. Unlike a few other theories I saw, I'm going to go into some of the reasons to why I believe it's Castletown. So, I have a couple different points to make towards it being Castletown. Firstly, Link was Zelda's appointed knight from the moment the king saw how easily Link dealt with a guardian that went against them. In fact, it was at a very young age that he had the ability to even become her knight. This is because Link was outdoing the adult knights at swordplay by the very young age of 4. His age at the time can even be confirmed by reading Mipha's diary. And of course, he was also born into a family of knights that served the royal family. So that right there is already an indication towards his family possibly living there. Meaning Link may have lived at home with his family, or got his own place in the town to stay close to the royal family. Now on to my next point. Link eventually became one of the selected champions, along with 4 others selected by Princess Zelda. Those 4 other champions are all from individual races, Urbosa representing the Gerudo, Daruk for the Gorons, Mipha for the Zora, Revali for the Rito, and of course Link himself for the Hylians. So, those other 4 champions, where do they live? Well, they live in the most populated town, village, or city of their race. So, where would the Hylian champion live? Well, they would live in the most populated area of the Hylians, Castletown. So, I truly believe that in Breath of the Wild, before the land was destroyed by Calamity Ganon, that Link once lived in the heart of Hyrule. Castletown. Well, there you have it. That's my theory on where Link's home once was before the attack of Calamity Ganon. Just to clarify, this wasn't to say anybody else's theories were bad. I enjoyed some of them. I just noticed nobody really came to a definitive answer on the topic, so I thought I'd look into myself and try and figure this one out, so I really hope you enjoyed it. This video is going up on Friday the 26th of October, and Halloween is next Wednesday, so I'm planning on releasing a Halloween special, as I've mentioned around on social media and Discord, so be sure to look out for that. Also, I'm now uploading a video every Friday. It's been a long time coming, but I finally have a confirmed upload schedule. So if you've enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe and turn the notifications on. Before I go, we do have a Discord server that you can all join through the link below. So if you love Zelda, gaming, or just whatever, be sure to hop in and say hey. Anyway, again, I really hope you enjoyed this video, and until the next time, I've been Hyrule Gamer.